Hi, I'm Pam Sidhu here at Derby Can, and I'm joined today by brothers Daniel and Luke. They are members of our steering group that's based in Normanton. Been doing lots and lots of work with us. But Well, welcome to you both. I say Daniel and Luke, but also known as Luke Lexus and Nocturnal Joe. How are you both doing?
Fine, thank you. Good. You okay?
Yeah, really well, thanks. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us today. So, we're going to talk about your involvement in what we've been doing here locally. But first of all, tell us a little bit about yourselves. What is it that you do? Daniel, to yourself first.
So my name's Daniel, as Pam said, but I go by the alias Nocturnal Joe. I'm a DJ, MC, producer, whatever else you want me to be, videographer, photographer. We do many things. I've got many strings to my skill set, but music is the main one. Coming straight out of the heart of the East Midlands, but known internationally for deep house music. I got multiple releases out on record labels throughout the country, worldwide. Also, I play in a range of clubs up and down the country. Some of the bigger ones being Ministry of Sound, E1, Egg, all based in London, the bigger ones, but in a wide range up and down the country. And I do various collaborations production wise as well with the music releases with a whole host of artists up and down the country again. That's it in a nutshell.
Yeah,
Yeah. Uh, oh, sorry.
no, go for it, Luke. Tell us about yourself.
Yeah. I'm Luke. My alias is Luke Lexus. Basically, exactly the same thing. Videographer, cinematographer, photographer. I do a lot of visuals. I do a lot of editing. I can do sound editing as well. I'm also a DJ. I'm a producer. Originally started as an MC when I was a lot younger, like kind of a rapper, but I kind of don't do that no more. Yeah, I do a lot of music production. I do collaborations with other artists. I collaborate with my brother a lot. I've DJ'd in various places as well. Um, but yeah, basically the same journey as my brother, as he just said.
He's a technical wizard. That's what he is.
Yeah.
So basically, your skill set, you just complement each other. That's what I've found from working with you both over the last few months, is you really complement each other. You know, it's like two halves to a whole. And I remember the first time I met you both, we were at a steering group meeting in Normanton, and you know, I just really got the impression that you wanted to do a lot more locally. That was the impression
Yeah.
that I got. But you tell me, what drew you to Derby Can? What made you come to that meeting, that initial steering group meeting?
I think we wanted to come back to the community. We both grew up in Derby, so we've got love for the city. I used to work in the public sector as a youth worker, and I definitely wanted to come back to doing stuff within the community and trying to give something back because I've gone off and been on this big musical journey that I've been on and done a load of networking, got myself into some really good places, and I just feel like I want to bring some of the success back home and try and share with the people in the city as well. I don't know
Yeah,
about Luke.
Yeah, basically exactly the same sort of thing. We are a duo, but yeah. Yeah, just I was doing a lot of stuff outside of Derby and wanted to just bring it back home, but
I can
back in
imagine.
time.
I can imagine how that must feel. You know, when you're doing so much outside of town, and then you get an opportunity to showcase what you do for your own people locally.
Yeah.
Um, but
We
you
are
guys,
known we are known as the Derby brothers everywhere else.
Yeah. Yeah, we are.
well, even here, it's like, you know, within the circles, whenever we refer to you, we always say the brothers. But obviously, we're not saying the Derby brothers now, but we're saying the brothers.
Yeah.
It's like today, you know, people who you're interviewing. Oh, well, I'm interviewing the brothers. Straight away, they know. Okay, it's you two. Um, but you came to the steering group meetings. You got involved, and what struck me about you both is you got involved in such a big way. Anything that was needed, it was like, okay, you know what? There's so and so and so and so, and here's a number, and oh, you know, you could do this, and there was just constant feedback, constant ideas, and that was great because our funding, Derby Can as a project, it was all about being community led. And you guys did exactly that. You came in and it was community led. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the projects that you've been involved in at Derby Can?
Um,
So
I'll
to
let you go.
Daniel, over to you, Daniel.
You go, you go. So we got commissioned to create a short film. That was the first thing that we got involved in. We got commissioned to make a short film. We've literally, it's been finished now. We've had a provisional date to screen that. So we made a short inspirational film, obviously centered around music, but to try and help anyone out there, that aspiring artists that are not fulfilling their full potential, just try and find that motivation and give them a little spark. So
Ah,
yeah, we created a film.
so
We've
this
got some
was,
local. Go on.
yeah, so when you're saying that, you know, one of the reasons why you came is because you wanted to pass on your skill set as well. So you're doing that through the film as well, aren't you?
Yeah, and Derby Can created the opportunity for us to do that as well. We wouldn't have had the opportunity to do that. We may have done something like that in the future, but it wasn't it wasn't on our like roster to do. And the
Yeah.
Derby Can proposed the opportunity, and we took it straight away, and that just led on to more things as well.
The beauty about it as well, Pam, in our actual short movie that we've made, we actually highlight all the places you can go in Derby and utilize places. Do you know what I mean? Like Dubrek Studios and Data and other places in like the theatre. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah. Yeah. And this is the thing, it's like there's so much in Derby,
yeah,
but that not everybody might be aware of that there are these places available, there are these venues, there's things that you can do here. But what struck me, because I came into post last February as the community engagement lead, and what really got me was there were so many different genres of music, really big names sitting here in Derby that people in Derby might not be aware of, or they might not get to see, and yourselves included in that. You know, I mean, some of the DJing that you've mentioned, you know, all over the country, really top locations in London. So we were planning a really big festival weekend, and you guys were, you know, core to that in terms of being part of that festival weekend. You guys were DJing on the Saturday at the music festival, World Music Festival, and also filming for us as well on the Sunday for the Derby Miller. But what was it like for you to be in the heart of the community at Normanton Park on that stage and DJing? What was that like?
yeah, it was good because I mean, growing up as kids, we didn't live too far from that park. So when there was events on there, we've been to similar events in the past, like
Yeah.
in the 90s when they used to have other events there and would go there and you'd see a main stage and stuff like that. And then to actually be on the stage and be DJing and being like center stage, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Definitely, it was an experience.
And what about yourself, Daniel?
Yeah, pretty much the same as Luke as well. We used to go to the events there. We used to, when the Mela used to happen there, we used to go to the Mela because we got some Asian family as well. So we used to go there and I used to watch the kabaddi fights.
Yeah.
Wrestling, if you like, not fights, but yeah, we used to watch the kabaddi and stuff like that. So it was a big cultural thing. And we used to hang around in Normanton Park. I used to go to the play scheme there. So I had a lot of fond memories there as well to go back there and to perform there in the community with other people that we've grown up with from the community as well. It was
Yeah.
really good. And the Mela was amazing because I got to see some artists I didn't know of. There
Yeah.
was some artists from Derby, some international artists there as well. And it was just an all round good experience, a good event. And I enjoyed filming that. It was amazing.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, do you know, I'm so glad you said that because even the Derby artists, they were actually international artists.
Yeah.
They're so big. We've got so many big names sat here in Derby. These are the ones that were there at the Miller. So at the Miller, we had you know, people like JK, True School, Govinda Jar. The list is endless. Ingrid, Ali, Asif K. These were just some of the Derby boys. And then obviously we had a lot of people. We had a couple of artists, should I say, from out of town for that as well. But just like you're saying, you know, you had the opportunity to perform. It was the same for them as well. They had the opportunity to perform locally because they're international. And then here it was like, you know what, let's bring it back to the people. And like yourself, so many stories of people saying, I used to play in this park, I grew up in this park, and now you're performing in this park. But you guys were integral to helping us put together especially, I mean, the whole weekend, but especially the Saturday, with it, the World Music Festival. And I'm talking, helping with food vendors, lots and lots of suggestions at the planning meetings about how it should go and what we should have and what we should do. We had a community artist call out. You guys were part of that as well. When you look back on the whole experience, Luke, this one's to you. When you look back at the whole experience, do you feel that you might have developed any skills, or through that process? Internet's
DJing
freezing.
at the
There
World
you go,
Music
you're back.
Festival.
My internet froze then.
So, are you on about World Music Festival?
Yeah, the whole process, because of course you guys were coming to the steering group meetings. There was a lot of different phases, a lot of different things we were talking about.
Yeah, it was good because what we were doing. I've not done this sort of thing before, where you're having artists on stage and you're syncing their music and you're playing it, and then it was a big task, a lot bigger than I thought it would be. And then also on top of that, concerning the mellow, never filmed on stage like that.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? It was a big learning curve. It was.
Yeah.
The
And
whole experience.
yeah, and we had 35 different artists on the Saturday. So in terms of what you say, syncing the music, that wasn't an easy task because there's 35 different artists.
So it was the same on the world. Was on about the World Music Festival?
On Saturday. Yeah,
that's the one. Yeah, that was it was crazy.
It was crazy. But it was great. I mean, I've got memories of you guys dancing on the stage, playing your music, enjoying it.
Yeah.
But when you look back at your whole Derby Can journey, what's your highlight?
Highlight. Do you know, for me personally, is obviously we was going for the commission for the documentary, but we had some training, the pitching training. That for me I learned some gems there.
Did you?
Really enjoyed that. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Tell us a little bit more about that.
Just showing you how to like pronounce yourself and how to, when you're like pitching yourself towards a panel, because we had to do that process as well. That was a big moment for me because I was elaborating myself and my thoughts and what we can deliver and what we can do, and it just felt like being on like what's that program called, Dragon's Den. It felt like that sort of like, well, more relevant to me because it's something that I can say because I know exactly what I'm thinking in my mind, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. And do you think that helped prepare you for your actual pitch?
Yeah, definitely. It really did help. There was some things in there. We learned quite a few good techniques and it was really good.
Yeah.
And we applied those techniques we learned in our actual documentary that we built as well.
Excellent.
You know what I mean?
So when's this documentary releasing?
It should be the 17th of November. It should be getting screened at Data.
17th of November. And what's it called?
Believe in your beat.
Believe in
your beat.
Believe in your beat. Oh, I like that. I like that.
Because the reason why it's mainly because of that is because Dan made a tune over 10 years ago and it got released this year. Someone heard it and was like, oh, I want to release that tune. I like that tune. But he'd made that over 10 years ago in his dressing gown, in his old ass, with his baby on his lap. And now that baby is like 12. How old is she? 12? 13. So over 10 years ago.
Wow. Believe in your beat.
Called Believe in Your Beat because we want people to believe in themselves. So like I said, it's an inspirational film to inspire people and it's around music. So we want to believe in ourselves. So it's called Believe in Your Beat because it's musical as well. There's the connection there.
Yeah, I like that. And you've even got me thinking stuff like maybe we've all got our own beat, right?
Yeah, like your heartbeat as well.
Yeah. Excellent. I love that. So what else have you got coming up musically? Is there, have you got anything releasing soon that you'd like to tell us about? or have you got any gigs coming up?
We've got a couple of things with Becky Rhodes, haven't we? Or not?
Yeah, we're working on some music. We're working on lots of music with some amazing singers. A lady called Becky Rhodes. She's a bassline singer from up north. She's actually in our documentary as well.
Right.
So we've got a track that we're sort of finalising now that will be released, but we're not sure where yet. We've got to find a good home for it. But we're working on some music with Becky Rhodes. The artists that we've got in our documentary we're actively working with as well. So if you want more insight into Nocturnal Joe and Luke Lexus, come along today on the 17th and watch the documentary, because there's 6 artists in there, and we're doing loads of great work with them. Another one of them is Natasha Boone. She is a singer from Camden. She's been on the X Factor before. She's an amazing singer. But these are all the people that we've included in our documentary. Have got amazing insight and knowledge and experience that they share with you as well, and it's inspiring. So make sure you come and watch it, and you'll get to know more about what we're doing as well.
Well, you heard them. If you want to know more, then make sure you get yourselves down to Dada on the 17th of November. But before you go, can you just quickly tell us where can anybody watching, listening right now, where can they listen to your music?
Main spot really for me, if you want to listen to anything or find me, is straight away my Instagram, which is Luke_Lexus_. And also it's Luke Lexus for my SoundCloud as well. That's where you can find me.
And
For
Daniel?
me, if you go on any of your digital outlets, Spotify, these are Apple Music, any of them, just type in Nocturnal Joe. There's a whole range of music on there from releases that are out on various labels. You can also go to my SoundCloud, which is Nocturnal_Joe. Instagram and all the rest of the socials should all be Nocturnal_Joe also.
Perfect. Well, thank you guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today, and thank you for all your contributions into Derby Can over the last few months throughout this year, and the amount of the amount of people that you've managed to reach through Derby Can as well, and the great work that you're doing. So looking forward to coming along and seeing that documentary on the 17th of November. I'll see you there.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.